my film Night Watch is finally here for you to see. I'm currently writing another short film and thinking of ideas for a comedy web series. Hopefully in March you'll be able to see a music video I'm making with the brilliant musician Emily Butterwick. That's all for now. Back to you, me. I'm back. And this week I want to talk about trial and error. From past experience, I think it's best to make something how and when you can. The important thing is that it doesn't matter how it turns out, just as long as you learn something from the experience. Whether it's through lighting, sound, editing, the best way to learn is through your mistakes or any elements that could have been better. When I made an opening sequence in media back in school, I took away a lot of experience in making mistakes and learning a lot from it. For example, in this sequence, the great reveal is meant to be the contents of the back of the van, but as you can see in this shot here, the back of the van is almost fully visible. Due to planning error, we could not fix this in post, so it had to stay and it negatively affected the film. However, this helped me learn how important planning a shoot can be and made me think about what precautions to take in the future. Another minor error was that the footage was not sharpened in post, which meant that the footage seemed very soft and dreamlike, as you can see here. You can also see rain spots on the lens. Oh, creative choices. This did not fit to the nature of the film, and I have since learned to carefully check all post-production elements before exporting the final film. You want to find yourself constantly checking over all the details of your films, but remember, you're constantly learning, so don't worry if there are things you miss. Another example of trial and error would be in the music video I did for media the following year. When the band begins to play, they seem very out of sync, especially the drummer. This error was due to my direction in telling the actors or band what to do. However, don't put yourself down on single segments of the piece and be proud of the segments that did work. Even the best movies have their mistakes. There was also trouble scheduling the shooting days in the making of the music video. I would advise you plan to acquire a date as soon as possible and make sure everyone can turn up. A planned production helps keep stress levels at a minimum. My last example with trial and error would be with my latest short film, Night Watch. My advice would be that you buy a battery if you haven't already. I found myself rushing the filming process due to the panic of a low battery. It's best to avoid this by getting more batteries and more chargers. All these things are part of a learning process, so don't worry yourself if you find errors in your films. It's important to make things regardless so you can receive feedback. This means you can move on and make more films using what you've learned in the past from your previous films. I hope you learn from my mistakes and go on to make fantastic films. And remember, even if your film is full of mistakes, don't throw it away, finish it and see what you can learn from it. And finally, my film recommendation of the week is The Assassination of Jesse James by the coward Robert Ford. That's all for now, and I'll see you next week. And if there's anything less to say, it's good luck. Cut! Vlog done!